Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
The Audi Q5, a decent, nicely built but somewhat unspectacular SUV, is Audi's best-selling car these days. Some 1.6 million Q5s have found homes since the model's 2008 launch, covering a period coinciding with Audi's vast growth. And now there is a new one. On a business level, this thing really matters, even if the heartstrings aren't exactly strumming along. At the news in the way the noise of an old Quattro Group B rally car would elicit. So popular has the Q5 been that Audi has built a new factory in Mexico just to manufacture it, some $150,000 a year at first. This plant will be the global production hub for the Q5 and is the first factory Audi has constructed outside of Europe to export to a global market. The new workers in the factory will be building a car that ticks all the usual new car boxes of a fresh exterior look, plusher interior, lighter body and more efficient engines. In the Q5's case, that weight saving comes from the adoption of the new mixed material MLB Evo platform, already seen in other guises on the A4, A5 and Q7. It tests said to be up to 90 kilograms lighter than the current model despite a slight increase in footprint, and that weight saving teams up with a more aerodynamic body for even greater efficiency. The initial engine lineup includes a 2.0-liter diesel with 187 bhp and a 2.0-liter petrol with 249 bhp, with a range-topping 282 bhp. 3.0-liter V6 diesel due to follow very soon after launch. Quattro four-wheel drive and an automatic gearbox is standard on Q5s that will reach the UK. We'll have to wait until later in 2017 for the fruitier SQ5 model, which is set to get a more potent version of the 3.0 V6 diesel. A plug-in hybrid model is also in development. There are rumors circulating that Audi plans to add an RS-Q5 to the range, while details remain sketchy on whether or not this hot Q5 will make the cut. There are some suggestions that Audi's 3.0-liter V6 petrol engine will live under the bonnet. We haven't seen any indication of pricing yet, but expect an entry price of around £38,000 when sales start in the UK early next year. There are 3 trim levels, SE, Sport and S-Line, with equipment levels expected to closely match those of the A4. The models we are driving are the first off the new Mexican factory's production line. The Audi engineers wherewith point out the odd quality niggle here and there, but to all intents and purposes these are the models we'll be getting in the UK. We're driving the higher-powered V6 diesel and the 4-cylinder petrol model, each with the optional air suspension and adaptive dampers fitted. The former gets an 8-speed to-torque converter automatic transmission and permanent Quattro all-wheel drive, and the latter a 7-speed S-tronic dual-clutch automatic gearbox and the Quattro Ultra technology, which under certain conditions can prevent drive being sent to the rear wheels in order to save fuel. It has the V6 diesel that intrigues most, and my word it is smooth and refined, which is perhaps a good description of the car as a whole. The V6 produces a wide spread of torque with even the occasional sledgehammer effect to its delivery, such is the potency. You certainly won't be wanting for any extra performance, and the 8-speed auto to which it is mated is complementary and not obtrusive. But you wouldn't ever call the car overtly sporty, which has as much to do with its chassis tuning as anything else. The Q5 is a very competent and predictable SUV, which is fine by its customers, but you can tell there's probably quite an involving car in. They're waiting to get out given the chance. It turns in okay and grips well while body movements are well controlled and understeer is kept in check by the standard torque vectoring system, but you never come out of a corner with a smile on your face. Nor, however, do you end up in a ditch, even when taking corners at some speed, which highlights the fact that the chassis has plenty of slack in there. It was a compliment to the old Q5 that Porsche sourced the bass for its class-leading Macan SUV from the same underpinnings, and it'll be interesting to see what Porsche can achieve when it gets its hands on this one. Or, indeed, what Audi can conjure up for the S version, development of which is well underway. What does impress is the ride quality, which matches the smooth, quiet and comfortable characteristics of the engine. Even the most broken of road surfaces fail to really unsettle the car. There is also a discernible difference between the car and its different driving modes, 7 of which are offered via the Audi Drive Select system. The standard comfort mode does what you'd expect, but selecting sport lowers and stiffens the air springs so the car corners a touch flatter and communicates what it's doing through your back seat on a bit more. It is still not involving, mind, not helped by the lack of feel from the steering. The air suspension has 60 mm of adjustment in it, the maximum height being the reserve of the off-road mode. Audi claims as much off-road ability as you'd ever need, and it even matched a Range Rover on Audi's real-world off-road course, they say. The 2.0-liter petrol needs to be worked a bit harder than the V6 in order to get it going, but once the revs are up it moves the Q5 along at a brisk pace. It's a nice flexible engine, with a good spread of torque and a better sound than the large diesel. It makes the car feel a touch more sprightly and agile, too. Audi tells us the Q5's exterior design is a new look, and sportier one, too, but it's inside where the real progress has been made over the outgoing model. The choice of materials, the sophistication of the technology and the overall fit and finish are excellent and cannot currently be matched by any rival. Your eyes will be drawn first to the excellent 12.3-inch virtual cockpit color screen where the instrument pinnacle once lived, displaying everything from the navigation screen to the speed. It is very good in other Audis, and the same applies here.